Hey, what's going on, guys? So the decade's coming pretty soon to a close here, and I thought it'd be fun to look back on the best movies of the decade. Pretty much my top 10 favorite movies of the decade. So yeah, pretty much I'll try to avoid spoilers in this list, just in case you haven't seen any of these. And my list is definitely more weighted toward the horror and thriller side. That's pretty much my favorite genre, but I do have a couple other comedies and others as well in there that I like. So yeah, go ahead and stay tuned, and here will be my top 10 counting down from number 10 to number 1. Top 10 favorite movies of the decade. Alright, so starting off the list with number 10, I'm gonna go with Nonstop. So this movie, this is an awesome movie. Liam Neeson is the main action star in this. He's a U.S. Air Marshal, and he's kind of a little bit washed up. But yeah, this is a really great movie. I saw this on my first movie date with my fiance, and yeah, we had a great time. We both loved it. I just purchased it actually probably about 6 months ago, and I watched all the special features. And yeah, I found out it's the same director of the movie Orphan, which is a really good movie too, and that my fiance had introduced me to that one, and I watched that. It was great. But yeah, this is a really good movie. Great action. Good, kind of thriller as well, to where you have to figure out who are the bad guys, and there's kind of a mystery involved with it. And so just great twists and stuff that come up with this. And Julianne Moore is also in it. She does a great job, and yeah, it's just overall great movie. The other one, The Commuter, I didn't like that one as much. That was the same director, and it was another Liam Neeson kind of action one where they're on a train. But yeah, Nonstop I thought was just a great movie. Yeah, and I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times now. So yeah, for number 10, I'm gonna go with Nonstop. So for number 9 on my list, I'm gonna go with Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. So yeah, this is a Guillermo del Toro presents movie. So it's basically, he's not the director, but he produced it, and it definitely has a little bit of that vibe to it. But yeah, it's a horror movie, and it's just a really great suspense atmosphere. Really good CGI actually in this. But yeah, I don't want to give away too much. But yeah, Bailey Madison is a great child actress. She does a great job. Katie Holmes is in it. Kind of a slow build up on this one, but yeah, really good. And it gets really dark and eerie, especially even the opening scene. I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, it starts off pretty in your face, pretty intense. So yeah, they go off and live in this house, and there's some eerie stuff going on down in this basement area. But yeah, for number 9, I'm gonna go for Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Alright, so for number 8 on my list, I'm gonna have to go with Snowpiercer. So yeah, this movie I don't own because it's on Netflix, and it seems like it's been on Netflix for a while, and so I haven't had to buy it yet. I just watch it on Netflix. So I've seen it a few times on Netflix, and yeah, this is great. This is one of those movies I think went under the radar when it came out, but since it's been on Netflix, it's built a following, and it's just a great, futuristic sci-fi movie where they're on this, the only people alive in the world are on this train. And there's a class struggle going on where the people from the back of the train are trying to get up to the front, where all the people are having fun. The poor people are in the back and the rich people in the front. And yeah, just crazy movie. It's got some good action. Yeah, it's just overall good thriller, and it builds up to the end, and then, it got the reveal at the end. But yeah, so don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, Snowpiercer is really good. And I don't know if you guys have seen any of those YouTube videos, but there's a theory going on that might be a sequel to Willy Wonka, and so pretty interesting little concept there where they might be connected. so yeah, Snowpiercer is a great movie. If you hadn't seen it yet, definitely watch it. They even coming out with a limited series coming out next year with Daveed Diggs and Jennifer Connelly. So they're doing a Snowpiercer TV series. So I'm looking forward to. Hopefully that will be good as well. But yeah, the whole the whole environment and the setting of it is really awesome. So yeah, it's just a very interesting concept. But anyways, yeah. So for number 8, I'm gonna go with Snowpiercer. Alright, so for number 7 on my list, I'm gonna have to go with Looper. So yeah, Looper, I own this movie on Amazon Video. So yeah, I bought it when it was $4.99. I got a deal on Amazon. So yeah, I don't have the Blu-ray copy of it, but yeah, this is an awesome movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis star in it. And it's they got a crazy time travel plot where Bruce Willis is actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but from the future, and they meet up with each other, and there's just this crazy interactions that go on. And yeah, this is just one of those movies where it has, you know, it's got to build up, and you know, and then once it gets to the end, it hits so hard, like at the end. It's just so good. It almost like it makes me tear up every time I watch it at the end, like the choices that are needed to be made to be able to solve this dilemma of this time loop, you know, that's going on, and you know, they're trying to fix what's going to happen in the future. So yeah, it's just an awesome movie. Yeah, Looper is really good if you hadn't seen it. It's kind of gone on under the radar a little bit, but I know it's got a lot of people who have seen it, yeah, really talk about this movie and how great it is. Yeah, so for number 7, I'm going to go with Looper. Alright, so for number 6 on my list, I'm going to have to go with The Babadook. So yeah, Babadook, Dook. This movie, oh man, everyone's seen this movie. I mean, at this point, yeah, it was kind of one of those things where, you know, it came out and then it got on Netflix, you know, and it became a big thing. I don't think a lot of people saw it in theaters or anything. It was probably like a limited release thing. But yeah, it was, you know, on the internet, everyone started talking about it a lot. And yeah, The Babadook is a really good movie. Yeah, it's a horror movie. It's based in Australia. It's an Australian horror movie, and it's one of those where it gets better the more times you watch it, because the first time you watch it, you sometimes don't pick up, I think, on some of the things that are going on, and you just see it as kind of like a horror movie. But as you watch it more, it's really more of a like psychological thriller, and you know, and it's more, there's, you know, like the horror aspect is just the aspect of what's going on with the psychology behind this mother and this son. And so really, I mean, it's got a lot of depth to it. So it's one of those where it's like, oh man, you know, it's like, you know, the first time I saw it, it was good, but then as I watched it more, I was like, oh wow, this is deep. So yeah, if you haven't seen The Babadook, yeah, definitely watch it. I think it's still on Netflix or, you know, but yeah, it's one of those that yeah, it's definitely got to see it, and yeah, I definitely recommend watching it at least a couple times. And you pick up on all the other subtle things that are going on. So yeah, number 6 on my list, going with The Babadook. Alright, so for number 5 on my list, I'm gonna have to go with The Gift. So yeah, The Gift, oh man, yeah. We saw this in theaters. Yeah, it was intense. So Jason Bateman and Joel Edgerton. Yeah, this is one of those movies that, yeah, there's some good twists in here. Yeah, you know, I can't really give away too much about it, but yeah, this couple moves to this town, into this new house, and this guy meets this old guy that he used to know from high school, and you know, some weird stuff starts happening. Yeah, he starts getting gifts on his doorstep, and so yeah, there's some crazy stuff. Yeah, this is one of those like psychological thriller movies. It's, yeah, just really intense, and yeah, you know, keeps you guessing, and then yeah, of course, you know, and then at the end you're just like, oh my god. So yeah, The Gift is good. Yeah, I need to probably buy it. It was on Netflix for I think it's off there now, so I should own this movie. But yeah, I remember it was on, I saw it in theaters, and then I watched it a couple more times. I showed it to my mom and my stepdad when they came into town, and they loved it. So yeah, so anyways, yeah, number 5 is going to go with The Gift. Alright, so for number 4 on my list, I'm gonna have to go with Us. So yeah, how good was this movie? I mean, come on. Wow, yeah, this is great. Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o. Yeah, this is just one of those crazy movies. Yeah, with the doppelgangers, and they're showing up at the doorstep, and you're like, what's going on? Yeah, so Jordan Peele, director. Yeah, great director. Yeah, he's doing some great stuff. Yeah, Get Out. I actually like this movie more than Get Out. Get Out was good. But yeah, I really loved Us. Yeah, it's just, I feel like this is just a classic, a modern classic now that just came out this year. So yeah, man, Us is just so good. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, I just felt like Lupita Nyong'o is just amazing. Yeah, she should be nominated for something, you know, for this movie. Overall, this awesome job. Yeah, so for number 4 on my list, I'm gonna have to go with Us. Yeah, can't say too much about it. All right, so for number 3, I'm gonna have to go with This Is the End. So yeah, this is probably the only comedy on my list, but it even still has like horror and sci-fi elements and stuff to it. So yeah, this is one of those great movies. Yeah, Seth Rogen, Danny McBride, James Franco. I mean, everybody's in this movie. It's got everybody in it, There's this crazy like apocalypse going on, and what would these guys do? And they have to live in this house together. And yeah, so This Is the End is great. I saw it in theaters. I remember back in the day I saw it with the girl that I was kind of in the friend zone with back in the day. Yeah, but we had a good time, and so yeah, this is another movie that I ended up watching. I had to buy it, eventually. And the special features are awesome on this too, because Danny McBride and James Franco, that scene where they're yelling at each other from where James Franco's standing up on the stairs and Danny McBride's down, and that scene like goes on forever. Like they just went off and it's constantly like yelling at each other and saying all this stuff to each other. And so yeah, it's great. Yeah, they're very funny. Yeah, this is one of the funniest movies. I mean, and you just keep watching this. I never really get tired of it. So yeah, for number 3, I'm gonna have to go with This Is the End. So for number 2 on my list, let's go getting down to the top 2 here, and I'm going to do a list of honorable mentions after this one for number 1. But yeah, number 2, I'm going to go with this movie called The Invitation. So yeah, this is a movie that's on Netflix, and I haven't bought it yet because it's just all, I guess Netflix like owns it or something. It's been on there forever. But this is an awesome movie. Oh man, there's this new actor named Logan Marshall Green, and he's also in this movie called Upgrade that's really good as well. But The Invitation, man, this movie, oh man, it's number 2 on my list. Yeah, it's like I was like, yeah, am I gonna rate this movie this high? But yeah, the tension that they build in this movie, and just like, oh man, like it's a thriller. So this is a crazy like thriller movie, where Logan Marshall Green, is going to this party with from his ex-wife's house. And there's this crazy history that you soon learn to find out about their child, and it's just the great buildup of tension that they have, and the feeling that you get in this movie is just like and then too, there's this crazy twist that happens too, then and it's just so yeah, The Invitation, you got to see this movie. It's kind of an indie movie, I guess. Yeah, so but yeah, Logan Marshall Green, this is an up and coming actor. He does an awesome job in this movie. And the director, whoever directed this, I remember looking it up, and I think it's a girl, and she's fairly new, but she's that up and coming director, and she does an awesome job in this movie as well. So yeah, for number 2 on my list, I'm gonna go with The Invitation. Alright, so before I get to my number 1 favorite movie of the decade, I'm going to go through a list of honorable mentions. So basically, I had compiled a list of my favorite movies of the decade, and then I narrowed them down to the top 10. So these are ones that just missed the list. So yeah, these movies I also really like a lot, and they were close to making the list, but yeah, they're going to be on honorable mentions since they didn't make the top 10. Alright, so the first one is Coherence. This is a sci-fi movie that was on Amazon Prime Video, and I think is still on there, and it's a really good sci-fi kind of twisty thing, like you don't know what's going on, so kind of a really good movie. Yeah, I've watched this a few times actually. Coherence, really good. Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal was really good movie. A kind of crazy doppelganger thing going on with Jake Gyllenhaal, and the movie's kind of about relationships, and yeah, it's very interesting. I've watched this a few times as well. It's a really good movie. Yeah, it's pretty dark and kind of a thriller as well, but yeah, there's a lot like underneath it that's going on there. So yeah, Hereditary, I really liked Hereditary. Yeah, it was intense. Yeah, it's one of those movies you just watch and it's just like, oh my god, it's like, you can't stop thinking about the next few days. So yeah, Hereditary was great. I still need to see Midsummer. I haven't seen it yet, so that could have been on here, but yeah, that one hadn't been on there, but I haven't seen it yet, so yeah, but Hereditary, definitely. Keanu with Jordan Peele and Michael David Key. What I think that's his name. Yeah, that movie's really funny. Yeah, I own it on Vudu now. I bought it when it was on sale. So yeah, Keanu, I love Keanu. Yeah, he's talking about George Michael, and it's great. Yeah, doing the voices and stuff. So yeah, Keanu was great. I liked Split. Split was really good. Yeah, I saw that in theaters. M. Night Shyamalan. I didn't like it as much as Unbreakable. I think that one's the best of the three. Of course, the first one, that one just hits like really hard. But yeah, Split was really good. James McAvoy did a great job. Of course, Glass, I didn't like it as much. Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, but it was okay. But yeah, Split was really good. I love Wreck-It Ralph. I'm a big fan of Wreck-It Ralph Disney movie. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it even kind of made me tear up a little bit at the end. Yeah, about friendship and stuff. So yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is great. I didn't like the sequel as much. It was a little bit too much. But yeah, the first one is really good. I love the first Wreck-It Ralph. Cabin in the Woods. Oh yeah, great, crazy horror movie going on there. Yeah, it's just intense. Yeah, it's kind of plays a lot on the tropes, but yeah, it's so yeah, Cabin in the Woods. Everybody talks about that movie. Yeah, it's a great one. Inception, Christopher Nolan and Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, Inception is really good. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting one. Yeah, I've watched it a couple times now. Happy Death Day is really good. Yeah, the Groundhog Day kind of thing going on there. I really like Happy Death Day. Yeah, I own it on Vudu also now. Yeah, that's a good one. The sequel, I saw it and I didn't like it as much. It's okay, Happy Death Day to you, but I definitely love the first one. It's great. I always like the first ones. I guess sometimes the sequels are alright, but yeah. The Campaign. With Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell. Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, Zach Galifianakis is great. Yeah, Will Ferrell, them two together, just, ridiculous. 10 Clover Lane was really good. Yeah, it was intense. I saw that in theaters. Yeah, with Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman. Yeah, so that was really good. Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Gravity I saw in theaters with the 3D glasses. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen it since then. I probably wouldn't be as good if you just watch it from home, but like being in the big theater with the 3D glasses, it was like, oh wow, Gravity. All right, Hot Tub Time Machine. Oh yeah, I watched this like 5 times now. Yeah, I love Hot Tub Time Machine. It's so funny. Yeah, it's like what? It's one of those comedies you could just put on. Whiplash is intense. Oh man, yeah. So because I'm a musician and I went to music school and it wasn't like that, but I had some pretty intense moments with teachers and stuff too. So yeah, it's a little relatable. It's a little hard almost to watch, but it's like, oh man, that stuff does happen. It's crazy. All right, No Good Deed with Idris Elba. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, a lot of people didn't. It seemed like it has like a really low Rotten Tomato score. The critics hated this movie, but I thought No Good Deed was pretty good. It had a good little thriller, nice little twist and stuff. And Idris, is just like kind of scary in that movie. All right, Hello, My Name is Doris is a really good Sally Field kind of thing where she has the crush on the younger guy. So it's really funny. Yeah, it's a great comedy. Interesting concept too. Yeah, they haven't really done a movie like about that. Before I Go to Sleep is a great thriller. I love these twisty little thrillers, of course, so yeah, that's a good little thriller that was on Netflix for a while. Nicole Kidman is in it. And of course I love Moonlight. Yeah, Moonlight was great. That definitely deserved to win the Best Picture. Yeah, that movie was so amazing. Yeah, so it's just a beautiful movie. So anyways, yeah, stay tuned for my number 1 favorite movie of the decade. So for my number 1 favorite movie of the decade, I'm gonna go with Nightcrawler. Man, yeah, this movie was good. I saw it in theater when it came out, and Jake Gyllenhaal is just amazing in this movie. Oh my gosh, like it got nominated, I think, for a couple Golden Globes. I don't know if it was any Academy Awards, but yeah, I feel like it went a little under the radar. I mean, people talked about it for a while, but it should have won like more awards. I was like, oh man, like this movie is a little bit underrated almost in that sense. Like it's so good. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, it's one of those like dark, almost a dark comedy in a sense. It's really dark, and it's funny in the sense that almost in the same way that like American Psycho is funny. It's one of those like kind of commentaries on American society and capitalism and what it can do to people. And so yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal just plays the role really well. Rene Russo does a great job. And Bill Paxton as well was really good. Yeah, rest in peace. Bill Paxton did a great job in that movie. But yeah, this is, talking about the media and the news and, all the different things. And so yeah, this is just one of those movies that's just, I really just love this movie. I thought it was intense. And yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal just puts on a great performance, similar to almost Christian Bale in American Psycho, you know, like that doing that role where it's just, you know, they're just kind of crazy, you know. So he's just a little bit, you know, a little bit messed up, but it's almost like America, it does that to people sometimes, you know. So anyways, yeah, number one, Nightcrawler. You got to see it, Nightcrawler, if you haven't seen it yet. Amazing movie. So yeah, but yeah, anyways, thanks guys for watching my top 10 lists of favorite movies of the decade. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and you know, if you guys want to list your top 10, that'd be interesting too, if you made a list, or if you just want to throw out a couple of movies too, you know, that you'd recommend to me. You guys kind of can get a sense of, you know, the genres and stuff that I'm into and the type of movies I might like. So yeah, you know, there's probably a lot of stuff I still haven't seen yet. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good decade for movies overall, though. Yeah, you know, great artistic things coming out, and just overall, you know, I look forward to the next decade, see what else is coming up. But anyways, yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching, and y'all have a great day. Thanks. Bye.